Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to this career developments in medical laboratory e-science talk. Maybe we introduce ourselves. I'm Dr. Michael Chow, and at my right hand side will be Dr. Tian Jipan, and my left hand side will be Dr. Hello. So in this talk, we mainly focus on the career development in the medical science. Okay. So first of all, we introduce not just ourselves, but also our program team, which involve 4 academic staff in the academic team, which are Dr. Tan Yuen Kian and Dr. Tin Jipan, and myself and Dr. Tony Ho. And also we will, for this academics team, we will, of course, we have a supporting staff, which are from our administrative team. You can see we have a 3 clinical support, and also we have a well-experienced technical support teams, which involve those senior technicians and also all laboratory assistants. And their roles is trying to prepare those preparation works for the practicals, which is an important part for our those program. And actually, the program that we are running mainly involved for those people working in those medical laboratory science field or biomedical science field. As you can see from this slide, you can see this slide shows the typical personnel's hierarchies in the clinical laboratory in a hospital. Okay, so usually we have a pathologist, and under pathologists we have a number of scientific officers, and also of course we have administrative staff called departments manager or laboratory managers. Okay, and under laboratory manager or department managers, we have a number of supporting staff who are mainly for the technical support, and those are working on those let's say testing lab. In the testing lab we have those technical staff, which we usually in the hospital we are senior medical technologists, and under senior medical technology we have a number of medical technologists and also associate medical technology and laboratory assistants. So one of the programs that we try to train those technical staff are the Diploma in Laboratory Science, which is a 2-year part-time program. And the level, the qualification framework level will be pitched at the level 3. And this, for those that graduate from this program, they can able to apply for admission to another program, which is called Higher Certificate in Medical Laboratory Science, offered by our Hong Kong SPACE. And as you see from this flowchart as well, the diplomas, those people who are interested in diplomas in laboratory science, many of them are degree holders, and also they come from those with Hong Kong cert holders or DSE cert holders. Okay. So in this program, we have 4 modules, and each module is mainly tailor-made to train those staff to have experience and have a hands-on experience and become a well-experienced staff to work in the testing laboratory under supervision. So one of the module will be module 1 with laboratory science and basic skills, and also we have a basic scientific principles and those concepts. We will put it in the module 2, which will involve human anatomy, physics, biochemistry, molecular genetics, and also applied immunology. All are important foundation concepts to the modern testing. And also we have an integrated laboratory science study module, and this one we will have a number of sub-modules like toxicology for those herbal medicines and food laboratory, and also microbiology testing lab, and also have a clinical biochem, hematology, serology, histopathology, and also medical microbiology sub-modules under this module 3. And also, in order to support the quality assurance for those testing lab, we have laboratory management and quality assurance labs modules in the module 4. So the basic requirement for this program will be the entry level will be a Hong Kong DSE with a level 2 or above in 5 subjects, or Hong Kong CE with a 3 or above in 3 subjects, including the and also have English and the Chinese language at the level 2. For those who are Hong Kong advanced level cert holders, they may have. We are also welcome to for them to apply it, but they should have at least one A level subjects and also 2 AS subjects. So the application fees are very straightforward. It's $150, and the program fee for the coming year 1 will be $27,000 for both year 1 and year 2. Okay, so just see how to apply. Simply download the application form from our webpage, and then and complete it and send those academic certificates photocopies to us. So the deadline will be the end of this month. So for further detail, you can contact our supporting staff, Ms. Wingwall, through the following telephone or emails. And the other program will be called the High Certificate in Medical Laboratory Science. And this one is very, it's already been launched since 1971, which is also 2-year and part-time program. And for this one, for those that graduate from this program, they are eligible for registration under the Part 2 with a Hong Kong MLT board and are licensed to practice in those medical testing lab. Okay, in this program, the program structure, so you can see, we break it into 2 years. For each year, you have some called compulsory module, or we call core modules to study. They are the biochemistry, physiology, and the other sub-module will be called integrated medical laboratory studies. Okay, and apart from these 3 core subjects, you need to take one of the elective, selective specialties modules from the following: either clinical biochemistry, hematology and serology, histopathology and cytology, or medical microbiology. So, this one show you those professional recognition. So as I mentioned before, those are graduates, that means the holder of the HTC graduate, they can able to apply for the registration under the Medical Laboratory Technologies regulate the board with the and they become the Part 2 of the called register, Part 2 register at Medical Laboratory Technologies. Okay, so that means they can able to work legally in the medical testing lab. Okay, and under the supervision from their supervisor, who are also registered medical technology, but they may be a Part 1. Okay. So this is the requirements for entry this program. So maybe I highlight some of them for the B. So basically, they will have the most important part. Will be the last part. Will be the applicants who have employment in a medical lab, because this program is an on-job training program rather than just unlike the other program, which is you may have a background on those medical testing labs, so they can apply. But this one is different. You need to have employment in those medical testing lab, and also have a endorsement from your supervisor, and also with a 2-year, preferably 2-year working experience in those laboratory. Okay, and the application fee, this one is also $150, and how to apply it? Again, you just download the application form from web and complete it. And the program fee will be, for the first year, will be $85,000, and for the second year will be $90,000. Okay, but this program is one for every 2 years. So that means for the next new cohort will be scheduled in the September 22nd. So the application will be start in next year, February. So if you want to know more information, you can contact our staff, Mr. Alan Lee, through the following, either by phone or by email. And also you can scan the QR code and to see the more information on our webpage. And this third one will be the BSc Bachelors of Honor in Biological Science. Okay. So this one is jointly funded by the Hong Kong U Space and Edinburgh Napier. Okay. And this one is just bear in mind is the degree offered by this program will be by Edinburgh Napier. So it will be regulated by the non-local higher and professional education ordinance. Okay. So these programs, our targets students are from those higher diploma, associate degree, or those graduate from the higher certificate in medical laboratory science, or other degree holders which are holding the biological sciences. So for this program, as I mentioned before, it's 2 years program. So the award titles will be the Bachelor of Science with Honors in Biological Science if you compete for 2 years, and the day of the commencement of the program will be in this September, will be September 2020 in this September. And this program usually we break it into 3 trimesters. And for each trimester, we have about 15 weeks times for students to take the 2 modules in this 15 weeks. Okay. So altogether, we have 11 modules, and each module is about 20 credits. And for one of the modules, it is about 40 credits. So altogether, you should complete 240 credits in 2 years. And as I mentioned before, if for those students who compete for the first year and for their own interest, they may leave the program, or we say they exit from the program. That means if they complete those modules in the first year, they will fulfill the requirement and get the 240 credit, and they will be offered a Bachelor of Science, 120 credit. They will graduate as a Bachelor of Science with an ordinary degree. If they complete 2 years, that means they finish all those 11 modules, and they have 200 credits, 240 credits, and they will got the Bachelor of the degree with a Bachelor with honors. So here we will look at those modules that offer from this program. As I mentioned before, you have 3 trimesters for each year. So in each year, so in each modules, we have in each trimester we have 2 modules. For example, in trimester 1 we have immunology and genetics and inheritance, and trimester will be the infection and immunity, which is some of you may not be quite cannot get the information from what is infection and immunity. Actually, is we call relate to the medical microbiology, and the other module is food microbiology and biotech, and for the trimester field, research method and clinical biochemistry. And for the second year, you will have molecular medicine, pharmacology and pathobiology, and also microbiotechnology, applied toxicology. All those modules, as you see from these tables, our focus will be on the biomedical science field. Okay. Now, as you see, for the first 10 modules from trimester 1 in year 2 up to trimester 2 in the year 2, each module will be 20 credits. For the trimester 3 in the second year, the research project will cost 40 credits. So altogether, if you complete in these 2 years, take those 11 modules, you have 240 credits. So the basic requirement for this BSc program will be at least you have higher diploma or associate degree holders, or you have come from our program like high cert in a medical laboratory science or other equivalent qualification. But all together, you have at least you have a pass in your AS level in use of English, or level 2 in DSE of the DSE, your English language in the DSE. So again, the application fee will be it's a little bit 150, and again for the first year is 84,000 for the program fee. For the second year, a little bit higher, 87,000. And again, you can apply it through or download the application form and complete and send those related documents to us. And provide you more information is for the program fee. There is 2 installments for each year. So the deadline is again in this end of the month. You can contact our supporting staff, Ms. Springmore, for further information. Maybe for the MSc program, master program, maybe I introduce Dr. Tian to describe.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Chow, for the comprehensive introduction of the program. Now I would introduce this MSc in Biomedical Science, which is also in collaboration with Edinburgh Napier University. So the final award will be awarded from Edinburgh Napier University. It's also under the non-local higher and professional education. So you can read at the bottom of this screen, which is a non-local regulation. So maybe you have heard about this university. Edinburgh Napier University is a university in Scotland, UK. It's a good university. We have been setting up the collaboration with them and offering different courses for many years since 1990s. Yeah, so come back to this Master of Science in Biomedical Science program. Again, this is similar to our previous program. It's a 2-year program offered in part-time mode at master level. So this 2-year program, normally we start in September, and in the first year, student will complete 4 taught modules. And in the second year, student will complete the other 2 taught modules plus 1 research project. So in total, it would finish in 2 years later in that September or October, but the final result will be confirmed normally in December, just before or just after the Christmas holiday. So in total, you would confirm your result in 2 years and 3 months. The course is run in part-time mode, so normally we arrange lectures in the evening of Tuesdays or Fridays. Most lecture lasts for 3 hours. We start the course at about 6:30 and finish at 9:30. And we also have classes during Saturdays. Most of the Saturday class are used for practicals. So besides lecture, we do have many practical classes for you to learn the technology in biomedical science. And the final award will from Edinburgh Napier University. So the table below just show you which day we will offer the course normally, but sometimes we also have 1 or 2 lecture arranged on other time, which mainly because of the availability of guest lecture. This course, we also invite guest lecture from overseas university. I will show you later. So what topics are covered in this program, in this master program? So this program normally covers knowledge, the critical knowledge, including the theory and practicals in biomedical science. And then here list all the taught modules, 6 taught modules plus the research project module. You may see from here that our courses focus on those medical-related or laboratory-related topics, including hematology and transfusion science, which is basically study the health and disease related to blood. And we have biomedical application in molecular biology. So the molecular biology is a hot topic nowadays. And then now we know that due to the COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of tests, PCR tests, you probably heard that, and then the vaccine, those mRNA, all these are biomolecules. So this module focuses on this small level, very small level genes, DNA, and then their application in the biomedical science. scientific skills is a special module. This module prepare you to the research level or to the research project for the research project module. Well, I will talk about this a bit later after complete other modules. We have applied medical biology. So this module focuses on the study of those microorganisms in biomedical science. And we have toxicology and pathology. So this, again, talk about the disease, the happen of disease, and then how it affects human health. Immunotechnology. So this module mainly focuses on immunology and the technology used in immunology. So the hot topic, again, the vaccination. The vaccine actually is covered in this module, immunotechnology. And the final research module. So you may ask that why you include two research-related modules. One is the scientific skill. The other is research module. So at this master level, we hope students not only study the principles or techniques related to medical science, but once at this level or in your career you become or you're aiming to a higher level, that's more or less you will be involved in clinical research in those studies related to the improvement of diagnosis, monitoring and treatment of disease. And moreover, if there are other research that find new treatment, new method, then your lab probably would apply this new method, like a lot of new methods developed due to this COVID-19 pandemic. So you have to apply. Then you also need to understand the research and then apply others' research finding, their result to your application. So that's why the research is also very important for the medical laboratory technologists. So in this module, we cover this, in this program, we cover scientific skills as well as research project. So to give a taste of research for the student. And then, of course, if you really want to go to research after this master, you have to do normally a PhD program to do real research. But that's here. I won't mention more about PhD. It's just those modules covered in this program. Well, who are our teachers? So our teachers include academic staff from Edinburgh Napier University, from our partner. In the past, they fly over and teach. And in recent 2 years, due to different restrictions, that we teach online. So those partners staff will come and teach. The professors, the lecturers from ENU will teach. And then we also invite staff from different local universities, including the University of Hong Kong, including PolyU, Chinese U, all those staff come and teach and share their experience and specialties. We have clinical doctors from the hospital to teach those medical-related topics. And we also have the professionals who are working in the lab, including the scientific officer, the senior medical technologist, and medical technologists to teach, to share their experience. And we have guest lecture speakers from overseas university, those famous professors invited to give a guest talk. Well, that's for the taught modules. For projects, every student will have one supervisor to look after during the whole about half a year for your research project. And then those supervisors we invited are normally strong in research background or strong in clinical research. So those include the academic staff from School of Biological Science or Department of Medicine, Department of Pathology, School of Biomedical Science of Hong Kong U. But we also have the supervisor invited from other local university as well as from hospitals who have more experience in clinical research. So we have a very strong academic team to teach. Well, after you complete everything, you successfully complete this program, So what's the development for your career? Because our talk is about career development. So this program normally aims for those who has already been working in the area, in the biomedical science, in the laboratory science, and then who would like to be promoted to a more senior position. So that's the aim of this master course. And then our graduates normally have a good chance in career advancement in medical labs if those are in public sector, in HA hospitals. So normally the career path would be promoted to MT or to SMT, to a more senior level. And then for the private labs, so it's also help those staff from a junior level to a more senior level to the directorate level. So that's the career development for this for our graduates. So okay, at the very beginning, the entry requirements. So this course, the entry requirement is simpler. Basically, you need to have a degree. You need to have a BSc degree in biological science or biological related science. For example, biochemistry, biotechnology, life science. Well, if you already have such degree, then you can apply to MSc directly. If you only have an ordinary degree, which means in some university, the ordinary degree means that the student didn't do the final year project, or in some university that the ordinary degree and the honors degree, the difference is whether they have the fourth year or not. So anyway, if you are a holder of ordinary degree, the requirement is that you need to have 2-year working experience in the relevant field. Normally it's a post-qualification working experience. So that means once you got this ordinary degree, we expect you to accumulate some of biomedical lab-related experience, working experience, before you apply to this MSc. Well, if you are not in the field, or if you said I only get higher diploma or associate degree, so the pathway is there already. If you remember, you can apply to BSc Biological Science, also SPACE, in collaboration with Edinburgh Napier University first, a part-time program first. And then after you successfully complete that program, then MSc would be the next step. So another question is that when should I apply? As I mentioned, that this program aims to get a career advancement for you. So should I apply once I'm ready for promotion, or should I apply at other time? Actually, we welcome every student. We welcome you apply anytime. We have students, after they complete BSc, they apply to our program directly. That's good. We also have students who have been working in the field for many years, and they accumulate many experience, but want to have a higher degree, then they apply. Yes, it's good. We welcome both. So don't worry. If you find this MSc program interesting, then please apply. Well, the MSc program we normally run once per year. We start a program on every September. This year, the target start date would be 20 September. And then the application deadline, again, is the end of this year. The end of this month. And then you can find more information and the application form from our website. So all the informations are there. And then actually, my colleague, Dr. Chao, has kindly prepared this QR code. So for those online students, maybe scan the code would be easier for you to find more information here. Yeah. So as a conclusion, we have covered 4 programs already. The first program, which Dr. Chao introduced, the Diploma, actually is suitable for those who just come into this laboratory science area, or for those who plan to come. So it gives you the fundamental knowledge and skills, and then also give you a chance to have a taste of biomedical science, so you may understand more whether this career is suitable for you or not. And then the second program, the higher certificate in laboratory science, which is a professional qualification. So that means if you decide, okay, this biomedical science is a good career for me, I would like to work in this field, that program can give you the license. So you are eligible to handle clinical sample or human sample in the lab. And then after that, this BSc and MSc are two standard degree program or postgraduate level program. Nowadays, normally when you work, when you want to find a job, the employer normally require you to have a degree. So that's the minimal requirements. Again, if you want to work in this field, you should have a degree in biological science. And if you aim to be promoted, then study our master program. So basically, that's the career development in the field. Well, I won't talk more about these programs, and then I would pass the time to my colleague, Dr. Tony Ho, who will introduce a very specific course to a specific area in microbiology. Thank you, Dr. Ho.
Thank you, Dr. Tan, for your very detailed introduction about the 4 courses offered by our subject group. So the course I would like to introduce to you is the Certificate in Microbiology Testing. This program is a 1-year part-time program which has the quality framework level at level 4. And the graduates, that means the holders of this certificate, are considered to have met the minimum training requirement set by the HKAS, that means the Hong Kong Accreditation Services, for application to be an approved signatory for microbiology testing. That means if you are working in a public or a private testing company involving those microbiology testing, then this course could, once you finish this course, this certificate will facilitate you to have better promotional path to be a approved secretary for the microbiology testing to be done in your company. So for the program structure, this program comprises of 3 modules which needs to be completed in sequence. That means one by one within the period of 1 calendar year. So as you can see in this slide, Module 1 is about the workshop in microbiology testing, which involves some basic information and training in the practical sections, which would be the foundation for the Module 2. And for the Module 2, this so-called advanced workshop in microbiology testing 1 will be involving more training and more professional teaching about the, say, the testing of, say, water, air, and food samples. Okay, and for the Module 3, more advanced knowledge will be taught, involving, like, say, the principles of molecular testing for, like, say, COVID in the environmental samples. So I'm sure in the era of post-pandemic era or the time, most of you may be interested in knowing more about the mechanism or the working principles of the molecular testing against, testing for those pathogens, including COVID. So for the professional recognition, as I mentioned before, the holders of this certificate in microbiology testing would be considered to have met the minimum requirement set by the HKAS for application to be an approved secretary for microbiology testing. Well, for the entry requirement, applicants shall hold our higher certificate in medical laboratory science, as mentioned before, okay, within our Hong Kong SPACE system. And also, alternatively, they can have the higher diploma in MLS of Hong Kong Polytechnic University, or associate degree, or higher diploma, or even a degree in a science discipline. Alternatively, also, they can hold a associate membership of the Institute of Biomedical Sciences or as a registered medical laboratory technologist of the MLT board in Hong Kong. So how to apply? Same as our other programs, applicants can just easily download the application form and then submit to us together with the photocopies of the academic certificates. And for the program fee, because this program involves 3 modules, so that means the module 1 will be 9,000 Hong Kong dollars payable upon application. And for the module 2, the program fee would be 11,000, and for module 3, there will be 22,000. For the program fee of module 2 and module 3, it will be payable upon start of the module. So the application deadline for this program would be November 16 this year, and further details you can inquire our supporting staff, Ms. Bonnie okay, through this telephone number and the email shown in this slide. And also, you can access this QR code to have more detailed information about this program. So, thank you very much. And I will pass to Dr. Michael Chow.
Okay, so maybe we allow try to answer the questions from. Okay.